What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life, to go, on the path that's destined for you. Because every single person in the world has a purpose. We just have to start figuring out the roadmap to life to get closer to it. You know what I'm saying? So listen, before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. So look, the title of this video is going to be, it's another way. It's not the way that we have been programmed to think, to operate, to facilitate life that will have you become something in life that your name holds weight. People acknowledge you, people pay attention to you, people respect who you are. I think at the end of the day, when we're born, everybody tries to get to that level where they're respected, you know what I'm saying? They're not struggling, they have peace, you know what I'm saying? All the finer things in life to help them balance out who they are. But that set of instructions, again, growing up in the era I grew up in, it was to be sold, not be told. But I'm here to bring y'all some new, wiser information and letting people understand and know that it's not what you think. Oftentimes it is people in the world that have a certain set of gifts and talents that can help them achieve the greatest amount of wealth and success and fame and peace to be able to live a happier life. Now, if y'all don't notice, it's not too many people. Like, majority of the population is in this mind state of basic physical lifestyle that's turning them back in the circle every time they look up. And then you have the very selective few people that, you know what I'm saying, actually change their life and go by a certain set of rules and a certain set of principles that help them, you know what I'm saying, liquidate their life to be successful. Personally, I believe that when you have people that have figured out the magic code to be able to create something for their life, it is almost as if they are not supposed to figure that out. So the devil, which is low vibrational people that are jealous, envious, and do not want them to succeed, throws every type of weapon that they can at them to hope that it cripples their foundation and everything that they stand on. Because our main population in the world is, we tend to be, until we develop and grow, simple-minded. And everybody has went through that phase, so nobody is, you know what I'm saying, completely outside of that way of thinking. But it is basically a systematic program that's set out for people, that's basically controlled by the people that want to gain so much amount of money to where that they are successful and they don't have to worry about nothing. Because, again, my favorite motto, as above so below. Sometimes you have to go through things in life before you figure out the magic sauce to help you get more. It's all a test to see in, you know what I'm saying, your character, your principles, and, who you are morally. Because life will test you, and if you fail the test, usually your morals and who you are go down the drain. Or, you know what I'm saying, you can get hit with a series of tests and you still are who you are and you stand the test of time. That's kind of like a hard battle for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So oftentimes money and what people think it is the form of currency to help you sustain cool life, right? And I get it, but because that money helps people sustain a life that's not out of survival, people that don't have the wisdom or knowledge to grow out of survival mode usually do whatever it takes to get that money to be able to survive. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes it causes people to lower their values because of how they are feeling and the need for survival, which is kind of like you have to change your mind state towards it. You have to be able to completely balance out your emotions as a whole, no matter what life circumstances you are going or having being done in your life, but to stand the test of time of being who you truly are no matter what. You're going to experience things, but it's almost as if it's like a game. How long will it take before you figure out, you know what I'm saying, this, what I'm doing is not adding value to me, it's actually taken away. You know what I'm saying? In the normal society, people's eyes is that money is currency. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you can to get as much of it as you can. But what if I told you guys it's another way? It's certain people in the world that have the ability to help people see their life through spiritual eyes. And when you gain those spiritual eyes, you're able to look at life in a different aspect and create what you want for your life by believing in who you are 100% and creating who you are, which in turn creates everything that you could ever believe in. The attention, you know what I'm saying, the money, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that you could be after, but it's also changing in a new direction and letting people understand and know that those things are monetary gain. So if you have them and then you lose them, who are you still as a person? Will those things change you? Or will it help you be able to make sure that your family is no longer in poverty, no longer having to, you know what I'm saying, start from the bottom, get to a certain destination and then fall back down? It is all a test, you know, but the knowledge that I think that I know they not telling y'all is the fact that it is certain rules and certain things you have to do to gain self-control of yourself entirely, to be able to gain the knowledge needed to help you improve your life on an internal soul conscience so that you can create the life you want to live in your physical reality. I know I've often spoken on this a few times, but this is just going in a different direction for the simple fact that I've seen a lot of things on social media that leave me to be curious about some things, and it's almost as if like they're trying to keep us in this certain thinking and this certain mind frame instead of helping people understand and realize who they truly are. And the ones that are actually helping people understand who they truly are, like, it's a slow climb and they're battling the ones that are on the top. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe how they got there was not necessarily giving people the correct game, but selling their soul to be able to acquire fame and wealth. You get what I'm saying? And it's almost as if when you're struggling and in you're in a state of mind where you trying to eat, you almost do whatever to acquire that money. And now the roles is shifting, because if you really think about it, both sides of the Libra scale is aware of the fact of what intercourse can do and how powerful it is and how good it makes people feel, to where people will knock down every single wall that they have about themselves to be able to give that to someone to be able to feel in a sense of control and power. You know what I'm saying? Instead of acknowledging, am I gaining something long range with this, or am I gaining something short term with this? You know? But if you were to pause on that and just stop giving it away so freely and took the time to actually work on yourself, you can gain a sense of knowledge that will help you elevate who you are and also help you produce money that feels so good to be able to know, to be able to truly be who you are, that it's almost as good as intercourse, but not that. You know what I'm saying? But it feels so good to your soul because it's almost like a spark in changing who you were to something you've never been before, and you start to see life completely different. So a person that has been gifted with the ability to be able to do that, anybody that they come into contact with or are around can take something from them that could help them elevate their life spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So to the people who are into the media has us believing that these people is just sleeping around with everybody. And I'm just gonna pinpoint P. Diddy. They've been talking about this man for just ever, like dragging him under the bus, talking about, you know, he did this and did that to people. And you know, it was easy to fall into the matrix way of thinking. So you thinking, oh man, this man got 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house, he doing this, he doing that. But I beg to differ, only because I seen a video with Nipsey Hussle, and he informed the people, from what I got from the video, was that his expertise and his knowledge in, you know what I'm saying, music, helped him look at his music in a different way, to be able to give his music what it needed to make it sound more better. Sometimes you have to be wise enough to understand you don't know everything in a field where you don't have no knowledge in. So for you to be able to gain wisdom from someone who has knowledge in that field will help you elevate. Period. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people lack the ability in wanting to grow, because when you get into this newfound, you know what I'm saying, energy about yourself, where you feel like, you know what I'm saying, life is going uphill, and you changing how you think and feel about yourself, you start to get into this ego, pride, cocky type mindset, to where now you truly believe that you don't have to gain no wisdom from anybody else to learn how to get forward. You know what I'm saying? One of the videos, he was talking about how on a Puff Daddy song, a Biggie song, Puff Daddy made some changes on it, and then Biggie came and got on the song, and the song was a hit due to Puff Daddy's, you feel me, producing aspect on the song. And I just found out today that he executive produced Nipsey Hussle's whole album. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, what if you could be around him and gain some knowledge from him that will help you elevate your life? It's not about, you know what I'm saying, him sleeping with heck of people. For one, I don't even think he is homosexual for real. But I think, you know what I'm saying, when you realize who you are, you're able to give game to people who are spiritually open-minded, and it's not related to gender. So he have also, you know what I'm saying, put a lot of women on, and he's also put a lot of men on. You know what I'm saying? Listen, come on now. There is no way that if you've already had your house breaking into, you would have 1,000 bottles of baby oil in your house and some guns in your house. It's all made up for us to believe in something other than what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And that is the ability to believe in yourself and believe in who you are, so you can get the spiritual knowledge and spiritual wisdom to be able to grow and become somebody that, you know, has expertise in a certain profession or passion that you feel. you're good at, and it doesn't feel like a job. It's something you're really interested in doing. But if you don't believe in yourself and you're into, you know what I'm saying, other people's messy drama to fill your cup up, you will never be able to reach that place. That's all that the media is trying to do right now. To get you to focus on something else will stop you from focusing on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to have that balance and separate it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's addicting. Don't get me wrong. Everywhere you go, you'll see a person with a phone in their hand. But you won't often see times where people are just in the park having picnics, no phones involved, left them in the car. You know what I'm saying? Going out to eat without the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like moments that can't be, you know what I'm saying, retaped. Those are moments that you live in. That's your life. You know what I'm saying? And it's like clear as day how they use that to basically distract people from understanding. The more you're in tune with nature, you're in tune with your spirit, you're in tune with the universe, you'll give yourself space in your mind enough to grow with yourself, to be able to acknowledge who you are, to receive spiritual guidance to help you grow in whatever craft it is that you have. You know what I'm saying? That's the magic, but it takes a lot of discipline and conditioning, because just imagine if you grew up in dysfunction where everybody believes that, you know what I'm saying, you get in a relationship, you have intercourse with people, you feel me, they got the money, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying, we depend on that, we do it for short term, we get dressed up, we go to the club, we have fun for a few hours, then we go back home, we in a state of distress because we in low income, we ain't have no food for the day. You feel me? But we trying to do anything to get our mind off of that, so we'll do whatever we got to do to have short-term fun instead of long-term peace. Long-term success is the ability to be able to gain knowledge wherever it is, especially from people that may have it more than you. For instance, it was this challenge that they had, like, I think last year or the year before, where they would say 500 in food stamps, or you feel me, out to eat with this celebrity. And oftentimes you'll hear people say, oh, I'll take 500 food stamps, I'll take it, not realizing that this successful person has something inside of them that they can give to you to help you look at your life in a different lens and create the life you want outside of food stamps, going to the club, and having short-term success. Otherwise, I don't even think that they would put that on the internet. But oftentimes people think other people are just regular people. There's nothing special about them. There is nothing that they have that they can't have, which I get it. It's kind of complex. You feel me? You're supposed to automatically look at life like that. Like, I believe in myself. I can achieve whatever I want to achieve. But look at the ratio of statistics. It's a lot of people in the world. It's successful people, and it's extra successful people that have kept up their success, and then it's people that have became successful and then they went back into this rabbit hole. So you almost have to guess and wonder, what is it that they're doing that these people are not, that we're not? You know what I'm saying? That we're still functioning in this poverty mind state, to where we don't take no trips nowhere, we don't grow nowhere, we don't do nothing, we're just stuck in this is what life is. Is something that they have that we could learn if we were able to get the guidance and knowledge and be able to understand. But you got to think about it. Oftentimes, people who become successful, they move out of the very hometown or hood that helped them elevate and grow. And it's different for everybody, but I believe those same people that you grew up with and you know what I'm saying? They deserve to have the knowledge or the game or whatever it is that you have to help them all become successful as well, because that is the hometown, the city, the whatever circumstances that help build you, that help you grow you up into, you know what I'm saying, the successful person that you are. And then, of course, when you get to a certain level, you just got to be smart and wise and aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you don't go back to your neighborhood with hella diamond chains on, stunting, you feel me, trying to show to other people that you're bigger and better than them. You go there being yourself, being casual, you know what I'm saying, being aware, giving people the game so that they can help elevate themselves too. Because going to anybody's hood where they're worried about where their next meal is gonna come from, and you got money and diamonds and chains, anybody gonna become envious. Especially people that operate from this low mind state where they'll do anything for a buck. You know what I'm saying? They'll scan, watch, and operate how you operate to be able to, you know what I'm saying, take from you to help them. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you just got to be smart. You got to be, you feel me, morally correct to be able to operate a certain way to help everybody elevate. For me personally, I believe that if you have become successful and you moved out of your city, you should come back and help everybody else get the game. But the only reason why a lot of people opt out of doing that is because they're scared. What have you done? You know what I'm saying? Who are you really? Why can you not help people achieve that level of success like you did? You know what I'm saying? People that came out of Sacramento, you feel me? All y'all just got successful and left. And that left a lot of us here still in poverty, still broke. When I believe that y'all can help us, you know what I'm saying, get the knowledge that we need to be able to elevate too. So therefore, you won't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, who's jealous, who's envious of you, if almost everybody is willing to understand and know and get wise to be able to learn the game so that they can get to a certain level in their life to where it creates peace and understanding and knowing that we're all human. Just as fast as we can get it is just as fast as we can lose it. But what if I just never had the game on how to get it? And I've been in this low mind state my whole life that I'm jealous of anybody else that has more than me. Or I don't feel good about myself that I'll do whatever to acquire the certain status that makes people pay attention to me, makes me feel valid. You know? Because I've been hurt, I've been stomped on, I just don't feel of value to anything or anyone. And I think the highest level that everybody wants to reach is to be able to, you know what I'm saying, have something that gives to people that makes them feel validated. But first you have to do the inner work in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or else that project or that idea you have won't go as far as you want it to go, because somewhere inside of you, you're doing it for something material instead of doing it for yourself. You gotta want to do it for yourself. You're gonna sacrifice some things. You're gonna go through a certain period where it may feel like you lost everything, but it's showing you that the universe, God, Allah, whoever y'all pray to, is all you need. That's the only guidance that you have to lean on to be able to guide you in life, period. And it'll help you. You know what I'm saying? Because your mental is growing to be on a certain set of energy so that you can be able to acquire what you want, which means it's going to take time to shift from who and what you thought you were to where you're trying to go. It's not an overnight process. It's going to take time. And just think about all the things we be distracted by in life. We be distracted by so many things in life. I don't think anybody really even takes the time to sit down and actually realize who they are and what they want out of life. You know? It's strange, but it's real. People are very, very distracted a lot of the time by everything in the world that they, for not a second, tend to be able to tap into who they truly want to be. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? And some people have that essence, that ambience about themselves, that just being around them can help you look at life different. Can help you see life from a different set of eyes so that you can create what you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? But again, to try to help people understand it's a different way after being programmed to think that you know what I'm saying, intercourse, money, and power is the root of all evil, but definitely, but gets people's attention. People often, you know what I'm saying, achieve what they want in life just for that, instead of achieving what they want in life for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Understanding and knowing who you are helps you pass that down to your kids so they can understand and know who they are, and they won't be sucked in by people who control others through money, power, and intercourse. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best piece of money that you could ever earn in life. It's so priceless that everybody don't look at life like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's the magic to it. It's what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Is the ability to grow within oneself, which means, listen, don't be attached to anything or anybody. When you do, you feel me? Because it's not to discard marriage or discard relationships or discard, you know what I'm saying, having things and exploring life, and it's not to discard that, but it's the ability to understand, to take time for yourself, to grow inside yourself so that you are not controlled by those things. You just have them in your life, but who you are as a person is the determining factor of you overall in life, period. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everybody wants to see themselves in a certain light, and for me personally, it will be for people to understand that going to jail, you feel me, maybe engaging in prostitution, toxic relationships, you feel me, food stamps, not having a job, barely having something to eat, figuring out what you're going to do with your life. I done been there in every single circumstance, every single situation. My mind was in disarray, distress, and I made it out. So if I can do it, you can too. And it's not anything concerned with money. You know what I'm saying? Letting people control me. You know what I'm saying? It's the ability of knowing who I am, that I understood what it takes to be able to grow, which means you can't indulge in certain things you used to indulge in. You can't let money or other people or intercourse, anything that feels too good to you, control your life, because people will use whatever it is to try to control you. You have to be able to detach from those things. It's a part of spiritual laws, to grow inside yourself. And once you will grow inside yourself, it gives you the knowledge to understand you're one of one. I now understand and realize that I am one of one. But sometimes you grow up in life thinking you just like everybody else. You have no identity. Your identity belongs to everybody around you, not yourself. And then once you cut off everybody out of the circle, and you bring all that energy that you share with everybody back to yourself, and then you're able to acknowledge who you are so that you can grow. And then when the time is right, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to go out into the world and keep your energy without letting people get it so that they can drain you, and then you lose value in who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's the real magic. And if you stay focused on whatever it is you're doing, whatever goals you're chasing, it's almost as if you have to balance out your vision into the physical reality. So it takes time. Most people, listen, they want everything hot pocket fast. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but I'm going to reiterate it again today. It's the truth. I used to be one of those people. I need it now. Don't tell me no. I'm going to get it some way, somehow. It doesn't matter. Oh, you told me no for an hour or two, but by the end of the day, I'm going to have it. And that drive, that determination that comes with that also comes with understanding that you still have to be dedicated and focused, but it's just going to take time. It's not hot pocket fast. But what you need to learn in life to be at peace is not hot pocket fast. It's going to take time to transform everything you thought you knew into something different. But are you willing to wait? Or are you just in the need right now? Because the persona you have created for yourself doesn't allow you to let people see you in a different image than the one you created for yourself. So you will do whatever you can to try to give that same energy and persona and image to the world so you can attract whatever it is that you may feel invalid in. It's crazy, but it's very real. You feel me? Growth is a process, man, but it's a different way. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. That's not the part that successful people are telling you. They got us thinking that, you know what I'm saying, money, you feel me, drugs, intercourse, you feel me, and all those things are things that allure who you are to have someone come in and control you, because it's the things you will do for those things to have a level of power inside yourself, instead of understanding the power that all the power that you need has always been within you the whole time. You didn't need that relationship that was toxic. You didn't need that extra money. You know what I'm saying? You didn't need that, you feel me, whatever you thought you needed over here, you didn't need that. All you needed has always been in you the whole time. It's just the level of knowledge and wisdom that you need to be able to reach the peak of that is going to take time. You know what I'm saying? But you can get to it. And then once you do that, you'll be able to be like, okay, cool. I'm in this certain thing and I like it. It doesn't feel like a job. It's something you into. You know what I'm saying? You really are passionate about it. And your whole purpose is to be able to help others. You know? Not be so self-indulged. That when you're helping others and you're really being of service to the world, it doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like you need anything to be attached to. You know what I'm saying? You're doing what you're doing and you're living life and you're waking up and you're breathing, because some people need to get that choice today or yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you, but it's a different way. It's magic going on around the world, and it's not in the form of physical currency. So it's almost as if, I understand, I done been in the struggle before, and I know it's hard times and it's hard for you to have faith and believe because you need something now. I get it, but just really think and figure out who you are, and it'll come to you in ways to where you won't have to be in survival mode. You'll be at peace. Now, doesn't mean you're going to be this rich, successful person. Doesn't necessarily mean that all the time. Gifts come in the form of, you know what I'm saying, spiritual. Not necessarily financial, especially if you're attached to that, because you're always going to feel like you need that to be who you are. Maybe you can get a sense of peace when your mind has been disheveled the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It's knowing and understanding wisdom. Gifts come in the form of sometimes things that are intangible, but they're the best sense of relief that you could ever have in your life. So listen, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is what it is.